lady fellas, everyone in Real Society. Welcome to the Fantasy and Reality Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Spencer Tacker. Today in the ridiculously over-decorated studio, we'll be talking about my end of the year award predictions. So, jump right into it. I'll give you who I think is going to win each award, each position. Starting off with Rookie of the Year, I think that it'll be either David Montgomery or Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray being the quarterback, getting more opportunity for a better performance, always getting the ball rather than a running back, only getting the ball some of the time if they don't pass it, type of thing like that. So I think that Kyler Murray has the best chance of winning Rookie of the Year. My Air Player of the Year would have been Andrew Luck, but since his retirement, I will make Deshaun Watson my Air Player of the Year. I think he's going to do great. He's going to run a little bit, but as for a mobile quarterback, he doesn't run as much as other quarterbacks do. He has weapons to pass and feel confident in, so I feel like he's going to pass the ball enough to win that award. My Ground Player of the Year, I have Christian McCaffrey. If Zeke doesn't come back, I feel that Christian McCaffrey is going to do the best. Even though they said they won't utilize him on every single down, each time that he's on the field means it's more valuable because they will use him when he's on the field. And I think that will translate to very high volume, very utilized player, very high numbers and production. Now, even though we don't talk a lot of defense around here, I will predict my Defensive Player of the Year as Khalil Mack. Big, huge guy. Everyone wants Aaron Donald. I went a little different because I like Mack a lot. He's going to be fantastic. He could be close to 85 Bears with them. Probably not quite the same, but on that route. So I think Khalil Mack is going to be explosive and fantastic this year. If Aaron Donald doesn't win this year, I feel that Khalil Mack will. For my Offensive Rookie of the Year, again, I have Montgomery or Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray is going to win that just because of the opportunity to make plays since he's a quarterback and not a running back like Montgomery. For Defensive Rookie of the Year, I have either Nick Bosa or Devin White, and I'm leaning more toward Devin White because he's going to fill that role a lot better. He's going to be the number one, the commander of that defense, and I feel like he's going to have the most impact on his team than anyone else in that draft class. Offensive Line of the Year, I think it would be the Indianapolis Colts. I like their offensive line a lot. They were tremendous last season, and I think they'll be even better. They'll have to block for Jacoby Brissett now, and I think that they'll get the job done this season. They were so good like a few other offensive lines were last year. So I think they have the potential to win that Offensive Line of the Year spot. For Comeback Player of the Year, it was between Hunter Henry, who I like a lot, Devonta Freeman, who I like a lot, and the guy I'll probably go with, Jimmy Garoppolo, just because, again, quarterback, more opportunity. He'll have the ball in his hands a lot more than the other two will, especially Hunter Henry. They would have to have tremendous seasons to propel past Jimmy Garoppolo for that Comeback Player of the Year award. For Coach of the Year, I have three candidates, either Bruce Arians, Cliff Kingsbury, or the guy who I'm going to lean toward and think would win is Freddie Kitchens. I think all three would turn their teams around to have possibly a winning season, but I think that Freddie Kitchens is going to do the best and have the most impact and have the best record out of all three of those guys. And finally, for my MVP, everyone wants to pick a quarterback because, again, they have such a high impact on their team. They see the ball so much more than any other position. So if I had to pick a quarterback, it might be Jared Goff because I think he's going to be fantastic this year. I'm a super Hounds guy. But overall, the guy I think should win, hopefully based on his performance, a guy that's going to kill it, because sometimes other positions than quarterback win MVP. And so I want Christian McCaffrey to show out this year and just absolutely dominate and show that he can be the MVP as a running back. So I'm hoping he can show out, get the job done, even though he's going to be used a little less, just make all those touches a lot more valuable and just crush every time he touches the ball. So that was my predictions for every single award. I want to know your opinion, who you think, because I'm sure, obviously, something like this, there's going to be differences of opinion. Let me know who you think is going to be the winner of each award. Let me know who you agree with, disagree with, things like that. But as always, thank you for tuning in and thank you for your support. Leave your feedback, questions, topic suggestions down there in the comment section below. We'll try to answer any and all questions that you have. Remember, sports is supposed to be enjoyed together, so please tell someone about us, critique us, whatever, spread the word. We want to grow as a community like always, try to get as big as we can, grow as much, be informative and important information thrown to you and back. We all want to grow equally. So in order to do that, you gotta smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button so we can try to keep giving you as much important content as we can to make you the best fantasy football player that you can. But lastly, we'll leave you with God bless America and God bless fantasy football. Take care.